The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Gibson again.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Hey, take 26.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Now Rodgers.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Inside.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready? And complete to Drake London.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Third and 2. Ritter to throw it. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the
1. Robinson will score. Touchdown Atlanta.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll go again with Gibson.
There he goes, left side.
He may go. Antonio Gibson.
Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
There for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here's Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Robinson toss play left side.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
73 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Ritter off the play fake. Looking there for picks, but intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Fights through him. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Okay, right. Now 2nd and 3. Ritter with it after the play fake. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Ready. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Gets this complete to Shaheed.
Touchdown, Falcons! A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Koo now for the point after.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Once more, Gibson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Rodgers to throw once more.
throw right side, complete to Dotson.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room. Really nice yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. This is brought in by Gibson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
An extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Commanders 21, Falcons 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Okay, ready?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw, Ritter. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
That's out to the flag for Gibson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 30. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
To throw, it's Rodgers. No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, check 26.
To throw is Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 48-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top and gives you a chance to go make a play.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Going play action, Ritter. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well. but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 55 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Ritter now on 2nd down.
His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Short throw to Smith.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ritter located as running back Robinson.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 2nd down, along with Patterson.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And this one complete. It's Fehoko.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ritter now.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Desmond Ritter
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. To about the 23.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop?
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. And Antonio Gibson. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Their own 25-yard line.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Ready?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Ritter. Here's a screen for Robinson.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. Ritter back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Rodgers.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Curtis Samuel.
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 95 yards.
And the Commanders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Makes the score. Commanders 42. Falcons.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
A give running right, Gibson.
And he'll go down at the 28.
176 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Ritter to throw it. Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Still going inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. 189 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Inside.
On second down, a run with Gibson. Escapes the defender. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.